Well, no snow in the forecast, but the wind, boy, it's whipping off of Lake Erie and into Highmark Stadium, just south of Buffalo, New York. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup. We are all set to go, as it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Buffalo Bills.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Throwing at the outset, here's Mahomes. That's complete. It's Travis Kelce.
Mahomes
That'll give him 8 that time.
Number 87.
And it'll be second in a couple. This defense for the Bills, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And one of the key numbers that I look at after every game, total yards allowed. They held them under 200 yards of total offense. Just couldn't sustain much of anything against them. Great job showing them different looks and then attacking.
First carry here for Ken Walker. And nothing doing here. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. When you look at this Buffalo defense, they've been very good against the pass so far this year. Number 4 in the NFL right now.
And this is where we talk game inside the game. Top 5 passing offense versus top 5 passing defense. I wouldn't be surprised defensively if they change up coverages a bit more than usual to try and combat what they expect to see.
3rd play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Now here's Mahomes. He completes this to Walker. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. It'll be a pickup of 16 and the Chiefs' first down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
First down, Chiefs.
Yellow!
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Second and 5.
Yellow!
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Here, it's the tight end, Kelce. He is out of bounds inside the 35. That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Looking for Kelce there, but it's intercepted. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against an interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there.
319!
They start the drive with Cook. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35. You talk about this Chiefs defense. They are number 2 in the NFL against the run right now, Charles.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to it. Over the middle, complete. That's more. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
And the Bills
10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down.
First
The
and
Bills
10
at 6-1 now through 7 weeks of the season. And they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason. And we know that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
And complete right side to Cook. Fighting through it, he's got space. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. They had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 35-yard line.
35,
Give the Cook out of the gun. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
half 85, half 85, 180. Half. What's that?
Here's Allen to throw it. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
That's good.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field. Just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points.
Alert! Croc, look out!
Allen. That is called. Touchdown, Buffalo. Khalil Shakir. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bills take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Kansas City Chiefs.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
They'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's second and 4.
39-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4.
Hey, 43, yellow.
Sticking with Walker on second down. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Third down and 1.
Yellow.
They'll try for the first with Walker. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
A gain of
just to pick up a 3, but that is indeed enough.
City Chiefs.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were.
15.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
Second down.
They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Yellow.
Mahomes now to throw. That's caught right side by Worthy.
Mahomes pass.
And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
Eye down these two.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
A very important third down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up first and goal.
And this is incomplete. He had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I'll bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Up the middle, here's Warren. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Hey, 43, 10.
Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. The quick slant caught. And he's going to be touched down short of the first, and it's 4th down coming up.
So much about offense is what we call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert it, and they turn it away. They throw for it on 4th and goal at the 1. And the Bills' goal line stand is going to get them the football back. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind? Hey, what worked last time? Let's keep doing it until they stop us. Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. 1st and 10 at the 14. To throw, it's Allen. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down.
Gain of 16 yards. That's another
2 minutes
Bills
on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Allen. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
Allen to throw once more. Quick slant to Shakir. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage. Got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
From the gun, it's Allen. Into the hands of the tight end, Dalton Kincaid. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
2 yards to go, 2nd down.
56, 56. 180. What's up?
Now Cook running right. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
Half. What's up?
Here's Cook. He will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
Ready?
They'll run through it. Cole. Out of bounds right around the 20.
A gain of 4
Well, they deemed it
yards.
4-down territory, and they got
Another
4 yards to
Bills.
pick up the
First
first.
down.
I think that's a
and
good
10
example
at
of
the
why they've
20-yard
been
line.
successful this year. They're fearless on any down.
And it's interesting that this year I asked an NFL head coach about being fearless and going for it on 4th down. And he said, people have to understand, there's fearless and there's reckless. I try not to be reckless when I make a decision to go for it on 4th down. In this case, fearless wins.
Middle.
And now they'll throw with Allen. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Second and 1 at the 11-yard line.
Now Allen. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Keenan Allen as the first half is winding down. And the Bills go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. And this drive, Charles, very well timed as they score with very little time remaining in this first half.
And I'm reminded that they get the second half kickoff as well, so they can break this one wide open before the other guys have a chance to possess the football.
Tyler Bass now for the point after. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Bills 14, Chiefs nothing. Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
That's good for a
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Mahomes going to throw. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Well, a big mistake there. Late interception in this first half, and that could lead to a field goal try the other way.
Yeah, I think at this point you just had to say, let's take a knee and go into half and regroup. Let's just talk it over a little bit. I wonder, partner, was the analytics coach in his head a little bit? Maybe go ahead and press it and try and get some points. While the old school coach probably would have said, take the knee, let's get out of here.
Now we could see points the other way here.
Makes the score.
So they get the turnover
17.
in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they had the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
Powering forward. to the 25-yard line. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
A very one-sided first half. 17-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. And just shutting him off there. And he returns this to the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they want to get their running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
That's good.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line.
Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
Allen now looks to throw. Hauls it in. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Round 80.
From the gun to give to Davis. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 39-yard line. Again, it's Davis. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Round 80.
Allen going to throw. Got an open man. It's Josh Palmer. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
A gain of 19
He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Receiver complete. And the Bills are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
That's good.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
The keeper.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
It's a
He kept it in his hands and tried to push it across the goal line himself, but the defensive front wouldn't allow him to do so. bringing up second down and a bit farther.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
Get that!
And he takes it in across the track for a Bills touchdown. Josh Allen, his 3rd touchdown game, number 14 on the year. And the Bills take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, it's kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try to get back to where you were to start the half.
First down.
And this is what they're going to need more of. It's the 3rd quarter. We're trailing. You've got to come out with a renewed sense of purpose. And that's a nice way to kick off the drive. With good yardage and a first down.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Didn't have a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. From the 48-yard line, here's a 2nd and 4. Throwing now is Mahomes. That ball caught. It's Rice. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 28. A gain there of 21 yards.
Kansas City Chiefs.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Yellow.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. He'll get this into the hands of the rookie from Texas. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area. And after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
From the 20, here's 2nd and 3. Now Mahomes. That'll be caught by Rice. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Yellow.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Touchdown! And Xavier Worthy from 17 yards out. And the Chiefs Ravens were able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. So a very important first drive of the third quarter, Charles, and safe to say, a much-needed touchdown.
Which leads to the question, where was this in the first half? Because if they'd had a few more drives like that, they wouldn't be in this situation. But that is the kind of drive that sends a message to the other side. We're going to be here, and we're going to battle you to the end.
The Chiefs will set up for the two-point conversion.
Mahomes will throw for it. And he's got it for the two-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Butker now to kick this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, there are two scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Alert, alert, alert! Half 85. What's that?
Now Allen. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And they let this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
What's that?
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup.
And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bullet. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try to finish off the game.
And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 32-yard line. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
Ready? Look out!
Throwing now is Allen. Pitch and catch to the tight end Knox. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
A 6-yard pickup. Brings up
That's a staple of this offense. Drag routes to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
What's that?
Allen. And he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
Third down and 4.
Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Alert, alert, alert! Round 80! It's out!
Again, they'll throw with Allen. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Tyler Bass out for the Bills field goal.
Tyler Bass on
this to make it a 3-score game later.
43-yard
The kick by Bass is good. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
Makes the score.
So that
Bills
almost
27,
certainly the final
Chiefs
piece to this
8.
puzzle. A 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming
Tyler
back from there.
Well, you know, normally I get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4.
As that ball got away from him, and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
Johnson not going anywhere. He'll lose a couple back to the 6.
Brought down
A
behind
loss
the line
of
of
2
scrimmage.
there. 2nd down.
A loss of 2.
Well, let's face it, that's just a helpless feeling for a running back there. He's looking up to find a hole, and all he finds is a whole lot of ticked-off linebacker.
Second and goal from the 6 this time.
What's that?
Allen running right on the option. And he'll go on the ground. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got it 3rd and goal here as they try to finish off their victory.
Alert! 180!
To the air, Allen. And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bills add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, he might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. They're probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, given 14. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a 1st down.
We certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline. because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants this lead to stay right.
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Shifts past him. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
319! Look out!
And they will take a knee here.
What's that?
And they'll take a knee as the clock runs under a minute to play.
What's that?
And they'll indeed take a knee. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And we talked so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for Buffalo, they moved to 7-1 on the year with the victory. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this as they're not back in action until week 11. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.